Everybody, we're just getting started, getting everybody in. So we're a little early, just getting some people in. How's everybody's week? Oh, thank you. Yeah, there's more that way. There's a lot of bookshelves, and there's some over there. I'm a big reader. Um, all right, when the host jumps in, guys, if you see, can you raise your hand if you're here? I see. JB, I'm gonna make you panelist. I think I'm gonna make you panelist. Hey JB, how's it going?
It's good. It's good. I'm just
Oh,
getting all my stuff together right now.
not a problem. Go for it. We're early.
How are you doing?
Good, good. How about you?
Doing my thing, a little busy, just trying to get all my stuff done.
I feel that.
Yeah, but it's been great. It's been great. We've got we've got a whole new booth at the AMNI right now. That's going to AMNI. We got all sorts of new stuff. I don't know if I
Fancy.
told you. Is it just me and you on right now?
No, we have about 10 people in the chat.
Oh man, okay, cool. Well, we've got a we our new booth at AMNI is going to be amazing because we completely redid it. It's going to be an interactive booth. We're going to have our whole team there, our international team there too. So we're going all out for this AMNI, and we got a big surprise to show everybody at AMNI. So whoever's coming out there, if there's anybody in here that's coming out, I'm going to be definitely swing by the booth. We got a new unveiling. We'd love to show everybody. It's going to be huge.
Oh, I'm gonna miss it. Um, but somebody will take pictures, right? I'm assuming.
Oh yeah, yeah. We'll take pictures. We'll send you all the information on it, everything. We just want to wait till AMNI to unveil it.
Of course, yeah. All right, guys, I'm going to grab some water and let everybody get set up and let some more people come in. Feel free to talk amongst each other in the chat until the webinar starts.
Y'all quiet. I don't see nothing in this chat box here.
I know what's going on, guys.
I know. Who's all here? Let's do a sound off. Let's see what stores are here. See what people are here. Hey, there we go. Amy's here. Hey, Amy. Comrades Intimate Ideas. Hello. Vibrant Synergy. Hello. D Ray's in the house. Hey, D Ray. Hey, Star. Where you at? Where you at? What store you at, Star? In Texas. Amy from Secrets. Hello, hello. Georgia, Adam and Eve. Georgia from Adam and Eve. Yeah, Wichita Falls. Hello.
Dusty's from Ohio and Kentucky. You just live in Texas. I also live in Texas.
I was
Sorry.
born in Texas. Grace, you
I'm
still in
not.
Dallas?
Hmm?
Are you still in Dallas?
Yeah, I'm in Fort Worth. Yeah.
Oh, Fort Worth. Okay.
Yeah.
Like there.
Amy from Tennessee.
Right.
Christine from Adam and Eve, Georgia.
Hey, Christine. But there's a lot of people on here that I've done in-store trainings for, so this is awesome.
Santana. Hi.
Hey, Lubbock.
Guys, Zoom would like for me to warn you that this meeting is being recorded. So I'm warning you. It's being recorded. I told you.
Amy can't see anybody else's chats.
Oh, yeah, that's a prefix of the webinar.
So if they type a question, no one else can see the answer?
So you can see, so if you type myself, you, or any of the other panelists, the chat can see the whole thing, but they
Okay.
can only see what they type. And then at the end, when we're about to kick off, I'll shut off the chat, and just you guys will, as per usual, ask any questions through the Q&A feature.
All right, Grace, I am new to this. Brandy had called me, said she was experiencing some technical difficulties, so I'm filling in for her. Can you let me know what points you need me to hit the hardest? Or what
Yeah,
would you
sure.
focus on?
We will be fielding questions too. So, this crowd is really good at asking good questions to all of our panelists. So got about 2 minutes. I'm gonna give it a little more. Let everybody get in here. What do you think about the new Nintendo Switch?
I have not been able to see it, but I do know that uh, $30,000 $30,000 in Switch were stolen in Denver yesterday.
Oh, I didn't know that. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
It was a big shipment going down to a big e-com warehouse in Texas. So someone here in Colorado stole $30,000 worth of y'all's switches. So I apologize that your stores in Texas have empty shelves of switches for a little bit.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, I know. So not my fault. I just live here.
I mean, we cannot be sure you weren't there, JB. I'm just saying, like,
I'm an Xbox guy through and through. I probably will never own a Switch. I mean, if someone's giving away an old Switch, I would take it just to see what it's all about, but
I'm both, as you know,
yep.
a little bit of everything. D-Ray Rodriguez said that their husband got a switch for them and they fight for it every day. Nice.
Oh,
Nice.
I should be paying attention to these comments instead of looking at my
No, you're
thing.
fine. Love the background, JB.
Oh, thank you, thank you. You know, that's my virtual office. This is my safe for work background.
This is my regular office and my regular home.
Oh, see, you know, if I were to pull this green screen down, you would see a bunch of stuff piled up because I had to clean up for a party that I hosted this weekend. Shoved everything in my office, but then you don't want to see all my walls. I have all my paintball gear and all my guns throughout the years from playing paintball, and I got a mess of stuff here. You guys don't want to see that.
Yeah, I have a dog in the background. I don't know if you can see him.
Oh yeah, there he is, wearing a
Rufus.
little hoodie.
Rufus. He's like, no, mom, I'm sleeping.
Is he
Hi,
mom?
babe.
We're doing this again.
This is this is Rufus.
Oh, hey Rufus, buddy.
This is a good boy.
I got mine too. We'll show mine and then we'll get started.
Oh,
This is Truman, everybody.
hi,
This guy may be helping
Truman.
me out a little bit. This is the first time he's seen himself, I think. That's why he looks like something he is. Huh, true, true. Huh. He's like, oh, I don't know what's going on. He's a sweetheart. He loves meeting people.
Sweet boy.
Manuel. This one's my precious one. This is Noodle.
Oh, there's more than one. Oh my
Yeah, there is.
goodness.
Huh. Huh. You're precious, aren't you? I
Oh,
can't believe we're recording this right now.
we love this.
All right. Daddy's got to work, Noodle.
All right, so we're gonna go ahead and get started, everybody. Uh, everybody, this is JB. JB is from System Joe, as you know. Most of you probably have had trainings from him, spoke to him at an altitude or an AMNI or something. So I am not going to take up a lot of time here. I'm just going to go ahead and it's already recording and I'm going to let JB take it away. Again, if you have questions, please put them in the Q&A feature and we will get to them. JB, let me know if you would like for me to interrupt you as you go or save them into like a break.
Please interrupt.
Okay.
All right. Well, let's get started, everybody. So first thing I want to do is I see a lot of people here that I've seen before. There's a lot of people here I haven't seen before. I'd like for if you've never had a training by this ugly mug right here, and sometimes I don't wear hats, so I got a big forehead. So if you recognize me now, uh, anybody who has never had a training from me, put the letter N for no in the chat real quick, so I know how many people. Oh, D-Ray, you've had trainings from me.
I'm gonna put an in the chat too.
That you've never had a training from me? Never, never, never? Okay. Well, then we'll just do the whole thing. So I just want to make sure that everyone here, one of the big things about Joe is we've been in business for over 20 years. We are the largest lubricant manufacturer in the industry. So just a real quick thing. Every single thing that we do is focused around vaginal health. There are a couple products we have for penis owners too, but everything is focused around vaginal health. What that means is that everything has been registered as a class 2 medical device that goes inside you. Anything with the word lubricant on it, couple things without the word lubricant on it. We make sure that all the testing passes all health standards from around the world. So it doesn't matter if it's the FDA here or if it's the European version or the Australian version or even the WHO. All of our lubricants will adhere to all health standards across the world in every single country we sell in. Now, we don't make a US version or a European version. We make one version of each lubricant. We have 27 different formulas. We're soon to have 30 different formulas. And all of those formulas, we don't make different versions for different countries. So the one that you're buying here is the same one that passes in EU health standards. So if anybody has any questions about that, please let me know. If you don't know what a 510K registration is, well, just ask me because I'll tell you. 510K registration is something that lubricants have to go through in order to be considered a legal lubricant that you can use internally inside your body. You'll read on our instructions that we actually tell you in our indications for use to put it onto the vagina or into the vagina or onto the penis or into the anal cavity. So in our instructions, we're actually telling you to use it in those intimate parts. And we can legally say that because we've legally done all the testing for it. And a lot of people don't know that all of our lubricants go through cytotoxicity testing and sensitive testing. One of the main reasons why you don't see, we don't make, or you don't hear of us having a Joe sensitive lubricant is because everything has to go through sensitivity testing. Now, that does not include allergies, which the FDA mandates that every ingredient has to be listed on the bottle so you can see if you're allergic to anything. So sensitivity testing does not go through allergy testing. So that's not part of the same thing. We do use glycerin in a couple of our products, a couple of our formulas, and that is the one thing that's not sourced from the U.S. It's sourced from a U.S. company though, from an FDA registered manufacturer, Wilmer International. It's palm oil, and it comes from the largest palm. They're the largest self-sustaining palm farm company in the world. They make palm for companies to use and people to use without so people aren't destroying the rainforest. So it's sustainable and it's the only ingredient that we're sourcing from outside the United States. Oh, Chad's here. Awesome. Um, Anybody have any questions? No, so far. Okay, just Grace, just let me know when people have questions. So I'm going to share my screen real quick. If no one has any other questions about what I just said. There we go. And why don't you guys put a Y in the chat as soon as you see my screen?
I'll just let you know because it'll go through the Q&A. So not yet. Yes, now.
All right. I'm going to flip back and forth through this because it's not in order for this training. Because this training is going to be a little different than what I would normally do. I just want to let everybody know that throughout our research that we've done for the past couple years, that big sizes are trending. So a lot of stores, a lot of customers are buying bigger sizes. From all the analytics that we've done over the past couple years, and I know a couple of people have already heard this from me that 8-ounce bottles and 16-ounce bottles are trending. Larger size bottles are trending. If we had larger size bottles than that, they'd probably be trending as well. The average lube consumer is now using about 16 ounces a month. So the fastest selling or the highest selling lube size is going to be 2 8 ounces a month in most markets. Not sure if that fits your market at all, but definitely keep that in mind for people that are looking for bigger sizes because when you buy a bigger size, it's going to be cheaper by the ounce and they're going to get more for their money. Now, lube is one of those things where if you have a 4 ounce or if you have an 8 ounce, I'm sorry, a 4 ounce or a 2 ounce, you're probably going to use if you have a 4 ounce bottle, you'll probably use it the same amount of time as you'd use a 2 ounce bottle. So keep that in mind for customer for the value aspect. I know that we're not a cheap brand. We are a premium luxury brand of lube because of all the testing we do. Each formula costs about $85,000 to be registered, and that pays for all the testing for every batch that we make. So what I'm showing here is I'm showing our H2O and our H2O anal. For those that you may not know, the H2O and the H2O anal are the exact same formula. That's why they're on the exact same training page here. And this training manual will be available. I'll send this over to Grace. This is customer friendly, but it's for the stores, so everybody can have this training manual. Just reach out to your ECN rep, and they'll send this over to you. You'll see the sizes below. We have a 1 ounce through a 16 ounce on the H2O. In the anal, we have a 2 through an 8. The only difference is just the word anal on the bottle. The reason I'm going to show you all the different water bases that I have right now, we're going to go into the heating and cooling aspects here in a minute, but I want to skip over to the anal thick. So we make a new anal thick, which is going to be 5 times thicker than the actual anal itself. This is going to be paraben free. It also has a little bit of vitamin E in it as well, but this is all toy friendly, even soft silicone toys, anal toys, stuff like that. It's going to be all toy friendly, 5 times thicker. It's going to last longer than the H2O. It has with the thicker viscosity in it. It's also the plant-based glycerin as well. That's from the palm oil. This comes in the 2, the 4, and the 8. What's important about this is that this is pH neutral. So it's pH neutral for the anal cavity. The vagina needs what would likes to see lubricant between a 3.5 to anything up to about 6 pH. Okay. As long as you're using a pH balanced or pH friendly lubricant for vaginal use, it's definitely going to help you bring down the UTIs. It's definitely going to help bring down any kind of infections you may have, because when you're having penetrative play, that's going to raise the pH in the vagina. And if the pH gets too high, that's when you become susceptible to issues and problems. The anal cavity doesn't have a pH rating, so we made this lubricant here to be pH neutral for anal use. You can use it vaginally. I just wouldn't use it every day or all the time, because eventually it will rise the pH temporarily in the vagina. The pH will always come back down. So if you do use this for vaginal use every once in a while, you're completely fine. If there's any questions, let me know, because when I say shared my screen, the chat box went away.
Okay, so we have a question. Do you have any plans to make bigger bottles of the H2O anal thick, perhaps a 16 ounce?
There's no plans currently, but I'm writing that down right now. What store is that? Where are you guys at?
Willow, which store are you at? They'll put it in chat. Keep going.
Okay, so we got larger size. All right,
Oh,
that's good to know.
got it.
All right. Then I want to move on to agape. And a lot of people, this sells really good in some stores, and some stores it doesn't sell really good. One of the things about agape, this is our most advanced formula that we make. This is a formula that replicates actual natural vaginal lubrication. This feels like you. It's pH balanced to you. It has no parabens in it, no glycerin, no propylene glycol. And just for those of you know, propylene glycol is actually one of the ingredients that a lot of people are really sensitive to. So the more propylene glycol in a lubricant, the more it may the more it may feel like it's irritation or tingling or even like a warming sensation. So, but this does not have any propylene glycol in it. Neither does the heating or the cooling aspect. This is designed. This will replace anybody that comes in looking for a natural lubricant, or they're looking for a lubricant that feels like them, or they don't like the way like normal lubricants feel. This is also a non-sticky lubricant. Okay, this lubricant's designed to work by itself. It doesn't need any additional moisture or vaginal secretion to work or to last. It's fully absorbable by the body. It has an osmolality rating so low that when your body does finally absorb it, it absorbs it all at once. For those of you out there that have had issues with sticky lubes, or maybe you have customers that come in and say, I don't like lube because it gets sticky, I'm going to tell you right now why some lubes get sticky. And we're talking about water based. The reason why a water-based lube gets sticky is because the body will absorb the water portion of the lubricant, and the other ingredients that are in it, it may not absorb completely or fully. And when those ingredients become dehydrated, when they have a lack of the hydration, there's no water there, that's when they become sticky. And it's the residue that's left behind that that gives you that stickiness. Now, if you add a couple drops of water back to that, it'll come back in most lubricants. This lubricant here, Agape, does not need that. This is going to be a non-sticky lubricant for the majority of people on planet Earth. If anybody has any Agape rocks, thank you, Amy. I appreciate that. This is going to have a sensation rating of 1 out of 4. And the reason why we use a scale of 4 is because we have 4 different sensations, levels of sensation to our lubricants. And I'll go through that here in a little bit. But this is available in the 8-ounce bottle of the Agape Original. All right. Now I want to move over to aloe. Now, aloe is a new formula that we released. This is going to be the agape base. So we're using the agape, and we're putting a small touch of aloe vera, organic aloe vera gel. It's just enough aloe vera to legally call it aloe vera. It comes in the 2, the 4, and the 8-ounce bottles. The actual hero in this product is a hyaluronic acid that we add in. You can see at the bottom right there, It's a moisturizer that forms a breathable protective film to help prevent water loss and lock in moisture. For those of you that use hyaluronic acid on your faces or on your body at night or as part of your skin regimen, it's going to work the same way. So it's going to help lock in that moisture. This is just a little bit thicker than the agape. So this is going to cover a different viscosity. So to recap, we have the H2O as one of our viscosities. We have our agape, which is another different viscosity. The anal thick, which is 5 times thicker than the H2O. We have the aloe, which is just a little bit thicker than the agape itself. And the reason why I'm pointing that out is because it's really important to make sure that you have all different types of viscosities of water base in your store. Water base feels different from brand to brand. Ours feels different from formula to formula. So we're one of the few lubricant companies that has 6 different thicknesses or 6 different viscosities in just our water base line. And if you see here on this next slide here, on the left, you got the black bottle. That's the gel. That's a non-drip version of the H2O. That's the thickest that we've ever made. It's our thickest formula. And then the next to that is going to be our H2O jelly. The jelly is the second thickest formula. Both of them come in a 4 ounce, and then the gel itself comes in an 8 ounce. And for those of you who've had my training, I'm sorry, you've heard this before, but the gel is unique because as soon as the gel touches whatever it touches, it sticks to. It sticks to everything it touches. And once you start rubbing it in, once it hits that 98 degrees, that body temperature, within a few seconds, it actually thins out to be one of the thinnest viscosities that we have. So this actually starts out the thickest, becomes one of the thinnest, and it still never drips. This is the perfect lubricant for like masturbators or for anybody who has any kind of toys where they're using it and it drips out or making a mess with lubricant. This is a non-drip lubricant. The jelly that's in the middle, that is going to go on thick and it's going to stay thick. So it's going to be even thicker than the anal thick. It is pH balanced for vaginal use. So it's right there at that 4 versus the gel, the black bottle right next to it is about a 5. It's going to stay thick for a lot longer than the anal thick or any of the other water base that we have. Any questions on our water base line? The thickness of the water base line? Nope. Okay. Let's get into our silicone. As soon as I find it here. Sorry, I'm going to go back and forth a little bit. All right. So that being said, with Joe, we have 6 different thicknesses or 6 different viscosities of water base. We have 3 different of the silicone. So right in the middle at our buttery rich is going to be the premium silicone. This was our very first formula. We have the premium anal. Again, the only difference between the two is just the word anal on there. Everything's an anal lubricant, pretty much. Exact same ingredients. We just have the anal on there to make it, people that probably won't buy an anal lubricant unless it's written on there. Oh, D says hi. Oh, hey D. That's for people that want to be reassured that it's okay for anal use, but every single one of our lubricants can be used for anal use. The premium comes in a 1 ounce, 2 ounce, 4 ounce, 8 ounce, 16 ounce. The anal version only comes in a 2 and a 4 and an 8. So now, with this being right in the middle of viscosity for the lubricants of silicone, we actually have our extra silky, which is super, super thin. So this is comparable to another premium luxury brand that uses a pump. The nice thing about this, it comes in a plastic bottle. It's got a vitamin E moisturizer in it as well. So it's the same 2 ingredients, the dimethicone and dimethiconal as the premium. We've just refined this version down to be super extra thin. This is going to feel more like a water, as thin as water, but it is silicone and it lasts for a very long time. Comes in a 1 ounce, a 2 ounce, and a 4 ounce. Does the
You have a, oh, sorry.
Yep. Does the silicone regular versus anal have a different pH like the H2O? So that's a great question. So the only lubricants that have a pH rating is going to be water-based. Those are the only ones. Silicones don't have any water, so pH stands for possible hydration. So there is no water in the silicone lubricant, so there is no pH. But great question, by the way. Now, for those of you asking, maybe why is that important to know is because that if you have customers that come in that are really extremely sensitive, also wants to know having to actively trying. We do have actively trying. We are making it, and it should be in stock as soon as possible. Um, I know that we ran out a couple times because it became a really popular SKU selling out. But Chad's on the call. He's going to check stock and he's going to make sure that actively trying is ready to go for you guys. And I'll cover actively trying here in a minute. Let's get back to pH though. If people are sensitive to pH or they have pH sensitivities or they have sensitivities to lubricants in general, maybe they don't know what they're allergic to, but they do have issues here and there with lubricants. Silicone is hyperallergenic. So our premium silicone, this is hyperallergenic. So this is going to be for anybody who's allergic to a lot of things. And most silicone, just to let you know, any silicone lubricant that's out there that's just silicone is also going to be hyperallergenic in different brands as well. But silicone is the best lubricant to use for anybody who's super, super sensitive. I'm talking about like those people that you stare at too hard and they break out in a rash. Or maybe you had a late night at Taco Bell and the next day you wake up with measles because you strained so hard. Sorry, I got bad jokes. Um, Super, super sensitive people, you should always be pitching silicone to them because the silicone will not change the pH of the vaginal environment. It does not absorb into the skin. The body can't digest or can't process the silicone, so it sits on top of the skin. It also reduces micro tears. It reduces any kind of cell damage a lot greater than water-based does. All right. So the extra silky is a super, super thin silicone lubricant, and then we got our extra thick, which I'm going to pop back here a little bit to the third bottle in this picture. This is the silicone jelly. So this silicone jelly, I'm not sure if there's any other brands that offer this, but this silicone jelly, if you've seen me play with this before, it is stringy, stringy, stringy. Like you have to literally like break it off from the stream off from the bottle because it just all sticks together. This is for uh, any kind of like hardcore sessions, or maybe you just need a lot more lubricant because you're doing maybe larger insertion type play. This is good with any toy material that is non-porous. So the very, very large dongs that you guys may carry, the ones that are made out of PVC. This silicone and all of our silicones are safe with PVC products. And usually those big, big, massive ones are like 2, 3, 4 feet long. Those are going to be made out of PVC. That's going to be good for those. So silicone not moisturizing, especially with vitamin E. So no, silicone is not moisturizing. So for is that Iris? Hi Iris. Is that sorry, I'm going blind here. Um, so let's talk about moisturizing. And I know that some people have heard me say this before, but let's talk about lotion for a second. Okay. If you know how lotion works, then you know that you're not really getting hydration from lotion. So what happens is when you place lotion onto the skin, rub it in, the body thinks that there's some type of hydration on the top layer of the skin. That's when you break through the hydrolipidic film that's formed on the skin when you rub lotion on it. So the body will send moisture to the top layer of the skin to try to soak in whatever's up there, thinking that it's hydration. A lot of times, what it is going to be the minerals, the vitamin E, the oils, the stuff that's going to help the skin repair itself to look more moisturized. Your moisturization of your skin is coming from inside the body. So all the moisturization from inside your body is being sent to the skin. Now, there's always going to be something in really, really nice lotions or premium lotions. There's always going to be an ingredient in that lotion that your body cannot absorb. That way, your body keeps sending moisture to that area of the body for longer periods of time. So let's break back to silicone lubricants. Silicone sits on top of the skin. Now, with my extra silky, it's got the vitamin E in there. When the body sends the moisturization to the top layer of the skin to try to break down the extra silky that's on there, it's going to be able to absorb that vitamin E. Vitamin E is good, is it's known as an anti-inflammatory, it's an antioxidant, but what it really does, it's going to help add elasticity into the skin. So anything with a vitamin E oil in there, as long as you're not allergic to it, is going to help over time, over usage, daily usage, or every other day, or multiple usages. It's going to help add that elasticity, and it's going to help you reduce the amount of cell damage, micro tears, and stuff in that area of the body. So silicone is not moisturizing as itself, but it will help the body produce its own moisturization. It'll send it out to that area of the skin. So is silicone moisturizing itself? It's not, but it helps your body produce more moisture into that area. I hope that answered the question. All right, cool. And then we have our sensation lubricants, our premium silicone sensations. We only make these in a 2 ounce now. We used to make them in all sorts of different sizes, but you really don't need a whole lot when you're using silicone. You just need a little tiny bit. A little bit goes a long way. This is going to be a 3 out of the 4. This is going to be a little bit more intense than the water-based versions, than the H2O version. Is the reason why is the only thing that you're absorbing is the sensation lubricant, is the sensation ingredients, the menthol or the capsaicin itself. You go back to the H2O warming and cooling, this is going to be a 2 out of 4 because you are going to be absorbing all of the water, all of the ingredients itself, along with the mentha peprita, the peppermint leaf extract, and the capsaicin as well. So this is going to be a 2 out of 4. And it's really important to make sure that when you are carrying sensation lubricants is to have that different option for the customer. So I always suggest that you at least carry the agape warming and cooling. It's only available in the 2 ounce because this is the least sensation lubricant that we make. It's going to give you the least amount of warming, the least amount of cooling. This is great for anybody who has never tried a sensation lubricant before. So keep this in stock. This is really, really important to keep this one in stock. I also suggest keeping the H2O in stock as well because it's that next step up. Now, for people who really, really want a crazy, crazy intensity of heating or cooling, that is going to break me into my hybrid formulas. We have 3 different hybrid formulas. The first one is the coconut that I'm going to review. The middle is just the regular coconut hybrid. The side bottles, you see the cooling and the warming. We have a sensation rating of a 4 out of 4. It's more like a 10 out of 4. For those of you who were on the call when we were talking about the Nintendo Switch, the Super Mario, when Mario grabs that flower and he turns in, starts throwing fireballs. That's what this coconut heating is. It's the most extreme heating and the most extreme cooling of any lubricant formula I would put it up against any other lubricant formula that's out there that is not an oil-based lubricant. Because this is not an oil-based lubricant, it's still a water-based, but it is a hybrid because it has just a little tiny bit of that coconut oil in there. You'll see to the side that is compatible with latex and polyisoprene condoms. It is also compatible with toys. I do not recommend using this for masturbators. I know it's white, it looks creamy for that come play type of fetish, but we actually make a come play lube now. So I would just steer clear of any TPE products with this lubricant. And the reason why is it doesn't really break it down, but it does soak in and it can become sticky faster. Any questions on the coconut hybrid? No questions yet? If you have questions, type them in. I'll jump back to them. And then we got our classic hybrid. So this is also a water-based hybrid that has a little bit of silicone in it. It's got the dimethicone in it. This is an all-purpose or like a Swiss Army knife of lubricants that are out there. It does come in the 1 ounce, a 2 ounce, 4 ounce, and 8 ounce. This is one of the 8 ounces that we actually kept track of. It was the silicone, it was the water, and it was the classic hybrid were the 3 we were keeping track of, where we saw the biggest increase in 8 ounce purchases. This is going to be good with the polyisoprene, the latex condoms, and it's going to be good for most toys that are out there. Again, I probably would stay away from masturbators. You can use it for masturbators, but it's not the best one to use for masturbators. You might as well, since we have the collection, use the best lubricant that we have for masturbators, and I'll get to that here in a minute. This is going to be less than 2% silicone, so this is going to be good. It's a good add-on for anybody that's buying multiple different versions or multiple different toys that are made up of different ingredients. So if someone comes in and buys an ABS toy, a silicone toy, and a silicone liquid toy, and a TPR toy all together, they want one lubricant. This is going to be one of those ones they can buy. If no questions with that, we'll move on to the come play. This is brand new as well. So this only comes in the 8-ounce bottle. It is very, very cheap. So if you look at your costs through your distributor, this is one of the most inexpensive lubes that we make. This is next to the Agape. This is the next most like scientific lube that we've made with our next best version. I have no idea how we're selling it so cheap. It retails at $24.99. It's a water based. It has a little bit of aloe in it, just a tiny touch of aloe. We did just let you know, pull all the latex out of the aloe. So none of our aloe in any of our formulas contains latex. Since we're chatting masturbation sleeves, can you tell me why several have moved away from edible creamy texture lubes? Several have moved away from. We never got to cover that in Vegas. If you can be a little bit more specific, tell me why several have moved away from edible, creamy, textured lubes. Masturbation sleeves. So are you talking about using edible lubes on masturbation sleeves? Maybe like those hand job. Are you talking about like those hand job ones or the smaller ones that you can use to help for oral? Is that what you're looking for? Oh, she's probably typing something out. Back to the come play. Like I said, the aloe in this and the aloe in our aloe formula has no latex in it. The come play is going to be perfect for those masturbators. This and our H2O gel. We'll just pop back to that real quick. The black bottle gel was actually made for masturbators, even though it's still pH friendly. And then the come play is great for squirting toys. It's great for any kind of like the squirting masturbators, the squirting dongs. It's great for any kind of come play fetishes. Will you make the come play and warming? No, I don't think we're going to make the come play and warming. We want to make it as sensitive as possible. But that is definitely something to bring up because when you are playing with come play, I guess it does come out warm, right? We'll write that down as well. Let's see. Can you read that next question for me there, Grace?
The next question is, I'm from a party plan, and we marketed Whip, which was a creamy lotion type edible body. Oh, I understand. So a party, like a party planner, sorry.
No, I get it. The whipped, yeah,
Okay, okay.
the whipped lubricant. So, that's a great question, Amy. So the whipped lubricant,
Home party, that's the word I was looking
yeah,
for. So sorry.
so that whipped lubricant that you are purchasing for your business, we were looking into making a whipped lubricant as well. The problem is that we can't make a whipped lubricant will pass vaginal safety testing. We've tried all sorts of different formulas. We've tried all sorts of different ingredients. And to get that whipped and that flavor, it's just something that will never pass FDA approval for internal use. So definitely be aware. I'd probably if there's still a whipped out there, I'd definitely read the ingredients on there, read the instructions, make sure it is good for internal use. If it is, definitely reach out to the ECN to reach out to us. And then we'll go back into researching it to make something, but we're not going to make something that isn't vaginally safe, or will not. Anything that we make has to pass that body safe testing, especially the cytotoxicity testing. So if we don't make it, it probably isn't safe to use inside. So just keep that in mind. We have over 160 something SKUs. We have 27 different formulas. We're coming out with 3 brand new formulas here at the end of the year. That's roughly 4 times more than the next largest lubricant manufacturer. That company still carries it since moving away, and I have clients asking, I have to steer them to something else. So if you're looking for something that's whipped, I can't really recommend anything else. I don't know if there's anything on the market that would be vaginally safe. I really can't. With our ISO certifications, I really can't recommend anything that isn't going to be body safe or that we know is body safe. But definitely check with some of your other lubricant manufacturers, see if they might have something out there. I know one of the best things that we have that comes closest to the whipped. I know it doesn't feel like the whipped, and it doesn't look white, but it's going to be our flavor. It's going to be our vanilla flavor. I don't think I have it on this training manual. But we have our H2O in our H2O original. We have a vanilla flavor that gives you that whipped uh, taste. It just doesn't give you that feel. All right, cool. All right, any questions so far about anything that I've talked about? No? Okay, how much time do we have left, Grace?
You have 24 minutes.
Okay. So the Joe rep that handles the ECN account, unfortunately, she couldn't be here today, so I'm kind of stepping in. She definitely wanted me to remind y'all about our gelato-based formula, our cocktails, which is going to be the Sex on the Beach, the Mojito, the Cosmopolitan, the Mai Tai, and several others. Those all come in a 2-ounce version. Those are all propylene glycol free and paraben free. Those are going to be really close to vaginal pH compatibility when it comes to like almost perfect on pH. They're going to be right around that 4.7 area. They are for vaginal use. They are for anal use. It makes anal sex smell better. They're amazing lubricants. They're not going to get sticky on you. Any new flavors coming out soon? Do you carry all of our cocktail flavors, Brianna? Because we've got tons and tons of flavors. We got 30. We got like 27 or 28 different flavors out there. There's no new releases that are going to come with flavors to this Amni, but we do have. So for those of you out there, we have over 100 different flavors in our vault, and we are working on all sorts of different flavors all the time, and we'll release them when we need to release them. That's a great question. We do have flavors on locked and loaded, ready to go, but there's nothing planned for this year. But the cocktails are going to be great for the summertime. They're lighter flavors, they're fruitier flavors. They do seem really, really sweet right out of the bottle, even though they contain no sugar, they contain no alcohol. They're not going to cause any pH problems, and they're not going to cause UTIs, and they're not going to cause yeast infections. They all pass cytotoxicity testing, sensitivity testing. It's the highest grade of ingredients that we can possibly get. So definitely, if you don't stock the cocktails, get them in store. And testers are a huge thing. So make sure you're reaching out to your ECN rep, asking for testers. We will make sure that we get testers out to you guys. Any dual packs coming out in the near future? Nope, we're still selling through our Sweet and Bubbly and our 20th anniversary pack. So as soon as those are out, we've got some great things coming up. We actually have actually a duo product. We do have a duo product coming out for August. We haven't announced it yet, but it will be in line with Anal August promotion. So that will be coming out very soon. ECN will be the first one getting it. So definitely take a look out for that. So we've got a brand new unveiling product at Amni, and then we'll have an Anal August duo pack coming out as well. Definitely sell cocktails. We had, I think, just about every flavor created on our shelves. I love new Joe releases. Thank you. Thank you. I really, really appreciate that comment. Definitely, the candy shops have always been a great seller. The cotton candy, the bubble gum, and the butterscotch. For those of you that don't even like butterscotch, I don't like butterscotch, but I love it because it tastes like butter shots to me, or slippery nipples. And the gelatos are the originals. Those are the ones in the black bases. Those come in 4s and 2s. We are working on new sizes to try to fill the gap on those. So those should be coming out next year too. One thing that we really haven't talked about in a lot of trainings is going to be like our stimulants. So we do make these clitoral stimulants. I know there's other companies out there that do them really, really well, but we have some really, really great ones too. So Our Arctic and Atomic, our brand new packaging is being shown right here. They are wall hangable. It's a little bit smaller. What happened to tiramisu flavor? Amy, I'm so sorry. Tiramisu didn't sell very well. It's one of the worst selling gelatos, so we had to get rid of it. We discontinued it several years ago, but that's when we released the white chocolate raspberry truffle and the double decadent chocolate in the gelato series. And then for those of you that have not tasted the double decadent chocolate, and maybe you are shy of chocolate lubricants, because they don't really taste like chocolate. This one does. So our double decadent chocolate tastes like chocolate brownie batter mix before you bake it, like you're licking the spoon. It's amazing. I know it was one of my favorites too. I used to use it in my protein shakes. So for those of you, I only keep, here's a quick tip. So I have protein shakes and daily shakes that I drink every morning because sometimes I'll have to skip breakfast being on the road. I have a vanilla protein and a vanilla vitamin shake that I have, and I actually use my lubricants, the gelatos, to flavor those. So I'm not eating vanilla every single morning. It's safe to use like that. Um, so back to the clitoral stimulants, got Arctic and Atomic, we got a cooling, we got a heating. These are pretty intense, a 4 out of 4. These are silicone based. They are compatible with your silicone toys. Great in coffee too. Yes, they are. That's the gelatos, not the Atomic or Arctic. The clitoral stimulants are silicone based. They are still compatible with your silicone tip toys or air pulse toys. But what the one thing you need to do is you need to make sure that you're applying the clitoral stimulant to the clitoris, rubbing it in, making sure there's no excess on there. Wait until you feel the sensation. Once you feel the sensation, you're ready to apply your toy. So unlike oil-based clitoral stimulants, these ones being silicone-based clitoral stimulants, they're not going to transfer over to the toy as much as oil will. So they will be compatible with your toys, your air pulse toys. We have our chill and our spicy. These are just a little bit less than those. They're about half sensation. They're still in the old packaging for now. Those are still silicone based as well. And then we have our 12 volt and our warm and buzzy. So for everyone out there, just to let you know, our top 10 all-time selling formulas: H2O, foaming toy cleaner, agape, classic hybrid. These two products are in our top 10 all-time selling SKUs or all-time selling formulas. So the 12 volt is got xanthilithium oil in it, or xanthilithium extract in it, that produces this crazy sensation, this tingling sensation. Kind of feels like electric bolts going through the vagina. The warm and buzzy is water-based, and that's the strongest stuff that we make. It creates an intense heating sensation, and then it comes back with a vibrating sensation. It feels like there's a vibrator, a little tiny bullet dancing around on the clitoris. These are in the new packaging. They're also hangable as well. I'm going to cover our two little orphan childs here because for those of you who are on the call, we are working on new flavors. For the person that asked for new flavors, speaking of top 10, we got in the top 10 or top 20 document before. Do you have an updated one, or can you let us know where to get it? So the question was, is we used to have a pamphlet that had the top 10 and the top 20. We actually presented those at the Amni shows, and then we sent them out to customers. It's about the same right now, except for the anal thick has taken over the H2O anal. And then if we did top 10, top 20 analytics for the past 6 months, the Complay is now in there as well. We don't have an updated version just yet, but when we do, we will be sending it to ECN, and ECN will be able to provide that to you. But that's a good question. We want to update the top 20. Got it down. Let's get back to the Oral Delight and the Nipple Titillator. So I want to talk about these because these are single SKU products in their families. They used to have a little bit more products in these families. We've actually kind of narrowed it down, but we are currently working on new formulas and new flavors. So you're going to see this category here explode with us next year. We're going to have a couple different flavors we'll be releasing, new updated formulas that'll work better. The Oral Delight is a great product. It comes in a little pump top for anybody who wants sloppy blowjobs. Okay. So you can use this, you can put it on the tip of the penis, it'll create a tingling sensation. It's minty fresh, a strawberry mint fresh flavoring, but it's meant for salivation. So if you take a couple pumps to the mouth, no pun intended, but giggity, this and swish it around your mouth, it'll make you salivate like crazy. And one of the tips with this oral delight is when you get a lot of salivation going, make sure you swallow it deep. Try to hit as deep down your throat as possible, hitting your uvula, the little thing that hangs in the back of your throat. In about 5 to 10 minutes, it's actually going to naturally reduce your gag reflex. And in some people, it actually gets rid of your gag reflex for about 10 to 15 minutes. It doesn't have any numbing sensation stuff. It doesn't use benzocaine. It doesn't use lidocaine, and it does not use antiseptic. It's the peppermint oil extract in there that will actually help kind of reduce the sensation. That's good. It's the menthol lactate. Um, that's going to feel like your throat is kind of being opened a little bit, even though it's not. You're going to feel like you're breathing through your throat. It's going to feel like your throat is a lot bigger, and it's going to allow you to go deeper when you're giving oral sex. So that's one of the main selling points of oral delight. I know that there's a lot of other products out there that work really, really well when it comes to oral type of play, but this is going to be the one that doesn't use antiseptic or lidocaine. And then I don't know about y'all, but I know that when I use like chloroseptic for my throat, when I have a sore throat, that numbing sensation, that antiseptic kind of makes feels like my throat's closing a little bit. So I use Oral Delight now when I have a sore throat, and that actually helps kind of soothe and it kind of relaxes and also helps open it up a little bit. Now to get to the nipple titillator right beside it, nipple titillator is double the intensity. Sometimes people will say it's triple the intensity. It is strawberry flavored, but this stuff is designed to make inverted nipples stick out. So this is a great, great add-on for any lingerie business that's out there. If you are selling lingerie, if you're selling nipple clamps, if you're selling nipple pumps, or any kind of nipple play stuff at all, nipple titillator should be the first thing you should grab as an add-on. Just like there's another company out there that's been out there for a long time. I think it's like Nibbler or something. They're great. They're a great company. They make a great product. But this is going to be a 1 full ounce of this stuff, and it comes in a pump top. So you can just take the little pump top and to pump it out just a little bit. Um, it's really easy. It doesn't get messy. We did take we were one of the first companies that removed all the red 40 out of all of our any of our topical stuff. So that's not in there anymore. I know that that's kind of an old picture, but it kind of looks like a white creamy base now. Did I forget that or something? Did you forget about nipple titillator? Yeah, definitely nipple titillator, especially if you're doing home parties. It's definitely if you have a lingerie section, if you can merchandise a nipple titillator next to your lingerie stuff or even your nipple stuff. So if you've got a lot of nipple stuff, merchandise this next to it. The Oral Delight, put that next to any kind of oral sex products that you may sell in store or in home. So those are definitely two things that are going to be growing next year. We're adding flavors of those, so stay tuned. Another new product we got is a masturbation cream. This is the only oil-based liquid that we make. This is not vaginally safe. It does not go internally inside and inside the vagina. This is strictly skin on skin. It's not toy compatible with porous toys. If you have a metal toy or if you have a plastic toy, yeah, you can use that. Not sure why you'd be, um, you know, whacking it with a piece of metal. I don't know how that would feel good or not. But masturbation cream, it's going to be just like any other masturbation cream, but it actually helps restore the hydrolipidic film, the thin protective film that's on the skin that helps protects the skin from moisture loss, and it helps it from bacteria being soaked in. This will help restore that faster. The masturbation cream itself is unscented, and if you're not a penis owner, it's really great as a skin conditioner. So if you're looking like if you've got dry skin and you need to get it hydrated really quick, you need your body to start sending hydration to that area, the masturbation cream is great to use. It's also great as a massage oil as well, or a massage cream, I should say. So we do make massage oils. But everybody knows if you're laying down and you pour massage oil on you, it's going to drip. This comes out like an ointment. It rubs into an oil, and it's really great for anybody who has a really, really sensitive skin or they're sensitive to like the scent or maybe they're sensitive to whatever is flavoring or scenting the oil. If you're sensitive to that stuff, masturbation cream is a really great um, alternative for people that have sensitive skin that wants to do a nice massage that's non-drip. Um, we've got our prolongers here. Our prolongers are penis owner products as well. We got the benzocaine is in the blue, the lidocaine is in the yellow. The benzocaine is regular strength, the lidocaine is max strength. Don't let it fool you though; they numb the same. Okay, the only difference between the prolonger blue and the prolonger yellow, benzocaine and lidocaine, is that the benzocaine, the blue one, will start acting faster. It takes about 30 seconds for it to feel the full effect of the benzocaine and will last for about 10 minutes, 10 to 15 minutes or so. The lidocaine, which numbs the same as the benzocaine, the yellow, it takes up to 2 minutes to feel the full effect of the lidocaine. It takes a lot longer to absorb and numb, but it will last up to 30 to 45 minutes. So that's going to be the two differences between these two. And that's really important to know because they serve two different functions. So if you do have someone who's super sensitive, maybe someone who's a pre-ejaculator, can only last maybe a minute or two, lidocaine all the way. That'll help them get through that hump. Okay. Um, if you're looking for someone that just needs that extra little bit, the benzocaine is going to be great for them if they're just looking to extend it just a little tiny bit, or maybe they might have an uncircumcised penis. And they have pain in the head during penetration. So a lot of times with uncircumcised penis owners, the head of the penis is a lot more sensitive than people that are circumcised, and sometimes they have a little bit of pain with a constant friction going back and forth on the head of the penis. So the benzocaine is going to be really great to spray onto the head of the penis, the tip of the penis, to help reduce that, so it's more enjoyable. We also make a all natural version. The all natural version does not contain any lidocaine or benzocaine. It does take up to about 5 minutes or so to get the full effect of this. And it is not it is condom compatible with latex condoms, polyisoprene condoms, and any non-porous toys. But you do need to wash this off if you are not putting on a condom, because this is not internally safe for vaginal use. So when you use it, let it soak in. Once you start feeling the effects, it takes about 5 minutes. Give yourself a nice washing, and then you can go ahead and have penetrative sex with a vaginal owner.
We got 5 minutes left.
So the question is, can you give me times of how quickly the prolongers work again? So the all natural prolonger, the one that's on the screen right now, lasts for about probably for about an hour or so. The blue one lasts for about 10 to 15 minutes. And then the yellow one lasts for about 30 to 45 minutes, depending on your metabolism. Now, to the one that was actually asked before, the actively trying. The actively trying is a water-based lube. This is going to feel just like it's going to feel closer to the H2O viscosity. This lubricant mimics cervical mucus during ovulation. This will help the sperm survive longer, swim faster, and get to the egg to help for conception. So this lubricant is only to be used when trying to get pregnant. I only suggest you keep 1 or 2 bottles on the shelf at a time. ECN's got a great shipping time, so if you sell out of 2 bottles, you order from your ECN rep, you're going to get 2 more or 3 more. Don't stock a whole lot of this stuff because this is it's got a 2-year shelf life, but it only has a 6-month open date shelf life. And I guarantee you, once you use this, you're only going to be using 1 bottle. You're not going to have to buy a second bottle. Unless you want to have another kid. So that's probably the time you'll be having a second bottle. So this is going to be, Chad will make sure that this is in stock for you guys. This is compatible with toys. Obviously, we don't have condom compatibility on here because, hey, if you're trying to get pregnant, you're probably not wearing a condom, right? This is it doesn't have any glycerin. It doesn't have any parabens in it. It's been tested, formulated for the sperm mobility. It does help the sperm swim faster. It is pH neutral because sperm cannot survive in a low pH. They have to survive in an alkaline environment. So like I said, just use this while you're trying to get pregnant. Let's open it up to questions. I'm gonna watch the question screen and see if there's any questions coming out. Or do we open it up and let people talk?
So we can't do that with the webinar, but they can just type it all in here. So
Okay. Well, I have access to any of these slides. Yes, I will send this over to Grace right now, and she can send it out to all the account managers at ECN and then share them with all you guys. Informative webinar I've watched so far. Thank you. Thank you. I really appreciate that. Thank you. I try to pride myself on making sure that I give information that is really important that maybe some other people skip over. Any other questions? Man, I must have done a really good job since there ain't no questions up here.
I'm just saying you're really informative and people take notes.
Reach out to your ECN reps, and if you all need some in-store trainings, they will reach out to us and they will schedule them for y'all. We would love to come in and do in-store trainings. We'd love to come visit your store. We do support events and stuff. You need to give us, you need to give ECN 30 to 45 days notice before you throw an event. If you guys need some freebies or some foils or some product giveaways, if you guys are doing raffles. Make sure you give enough time to your ECN rep to set up the appointment, set up the shipping, because we'll ship it directly from our warehouse to your store. Every request needs to come through an ECN rep. If you're looking for free stuff, like for like a raffle giveaway, if you'd like to have a bottle to give away as a raffle prize or anything like that, make sure you're reaching out to your reps. We need 30 to 45 days.
So Amy says, love that you're so knowledgeable about your products. Iris says you did great. Christine Strong, where do we get a copy of their recording? So I will ask your ECN rep. I'm going to email it to all of the ECN reps and they can get it to you.
Can we do I just saw the thing we want to talk about renew, right?
Yes.
Okay. Let me see if I can pull up the thing again and share my screen. I'll talk about the renew. I'm so glad you brought that up. We were just running out of time and I just wanted to make sure that we got the questions in at the end. I apologize for going over my time right now.
You're fine. You actually still have a couple of minutes. You're good.
Okay. Am I sharing my screen? Do you guys see renew?
Yes. You're good.
All right, so let's talk about Renew. Renew is a vaginal moisturizer. This is a lotion for the vagina. So I own a penis. I physically have my own penis. I do not have a vagina. So I don't know what happens to the vagina. I don't know of the 683 different things that will make the vagina angry. So I apologize. I don't want to offend anybody, but I just kind of wrap those up into a ball and say angry vagina. If your vagina is angry, the Renew will definitely help you. So if you're experiencing any kind of dryness, any kind of issues or uh, 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 no lack of moisturization or any kind of sensitivity issues like itching or anything like that, or anything at all. Like maybe the pH is off, maybe there's a little bit of an odor down there. Renew is going to help remoisturize. It's going to get rid of any odors naturally. It's going to help calm down any issues that are going on inside the vagina, as long as you don't need medication for it. It'll calm the symptoms. It'll help hydrate it. It'll help people when they're going through menopause. If you're not self-hydrating, this is perfect for you. It's about a 30-day supply. You just take a little bit of Renew, just like a lotion, just like any lotion, just coat all the interior walls of the vagina. And this will help your vagina protect itself and bring its pH levels back down to a safe level. Um, this is tested for internal use. This is not tested for condom use. This is not a lubricant. This is not to be used for penetration. This is literally just a lotion for the vagina to help keep it nice and moisturized and keep it healthy and happy. You would like to answer this question live? Okay, you suggest using a loop shooter to inject it. Yes, you can use a loop shooter to inject it. Yeah, just go ahead and pour it. You can't suck it out of the tube, unfortunately, but you can push it into the tube. Just make sure that you got a little bit of space in there to pop the plunger back in. You can use it like that. I recommend that if you are having any kind of issues down there, use a protective glove so you don't get any bacteria from your hand or inside your nails. Put the Renew onto a finger or two fingers and put it inside and go for it. You can use it on the labia as well. So if you have labia that is maybe irritated from wearing sexy underwear, or maybe throughout the day, it does get a little chafed or anything like that, you can rub that on the labia, help keep it hydrated as well. If you own a partner, no, they're gonna make a vagina. They're gonna make a vagina angry. Yes, yes, there are certain partners that will make vaginas angry. That is a bacteria transmission where the bacteria is not getting along with each other. That will cause UTIs and stuff like that. That's Renew. Using it after sex will definitely help calm that down and reduce the chances of getting those. That's for sure. You have any information about the vaginal tightening serum? The vaginal tightening serum. Here's the information. I'll send out the training manual to Grace, and you guys will get it. This uses witch hazel to help close the pores, bisabobo for help moisturizing and healing. It's got soothing properties in it. It does give a tingling sensation, but it helps plump the walls. Everything will feel bigger. We recommend that you use this 2 to 3 times a week. I'm sorry, 3 to 4 times a week, 2 to 3 times a day. It's the only vaginal tightening serum that you can use more than once in 24 hours. As far as I know, there might be some other ones out there, but at least from us, we've tested it to be used multiple times a day. Perfect add-on for anything Kegel exercising, Kegel training, or maybe your partner lied about their size. This is great for that.
Right. Everybody give a round of applause to JB. JB did such a good job. If anybody has any questions or needs anything, you didn't think about it now, but you'll think about it later, please email marketing@ecn.com, and we can, if we don't have the answers, we'll get them. So thank you everybody for attending, and we'll be sending out the link as soon as it processes for watching this video back. Thank you everybody. Have a good week. See you next time.